In the previous episode of the Best of the Best test, we loaded up and went to Santapon for a bit of drag strip action. It's fair to say the BMW gave the Aprilia a bit of a rogering. So, that was pretty evident.
It was pretty evident. Morning.
Good morning, mate.
How are you?
Very good, thank you, on this lovely Snetterton MSV track day, which is a road bike only day today.
It's been a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, so we thought we'd bring the two best of the best road bikes that you can get for a bit of track spankage.
And we've got no tyre ones as well, which is another novelty. It's no fannying around, just a nice couple of laps to get the S22s warm and then job's a dream.
Have a laugh in the sunshine, which is amazing because it's the UK and it's sunny. Who would have thought it? So, predictions?
After Friday, after Santa Pod, before Santa Pod, I thought they'd be much closer, but I still think BMW's got it.
You think the BMW? There is some nadgery bits. There's big power sections here.
Yeah.
But there are some little flick-flack nadgery bits. So, we'll see. Anyway, enjoy the ride.
Let's have some fun.
Welcome to BOTB, where we're on the hunt for a Gary who's just won himself a brand new V4 Ducati Panigale in the weekly lifestyle competition for just 95p. Okay, so out the car, we found, I think, what Gary's house is, so let's give him a knock, see if he's around, shall we? Hello?
What?
Oh, hello.
Right.
Gary?
Yeah?
Hello, it's BOTB here, and you have won yourself a brand new Ducati V4 Panigale.
Shut up. Oh my god. Will it fit in my Volvo?
I don't know what a Volvo is.
A Volvo?
I can't understand.
Yeah, give me 2 minutes.
Brilliant. Okay. 2 minutes. Come on then, Gary.
Right.
Yes, let's go and find out what you've... Watch out for the detritus. Let's go and find out what you've won.
That's my piss bucket.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. So, come and have a look, Gary. Your very own Ducati. Panigale? Shut up. It is a Panigale.
Oh my god.
What do you think of that gorgeous thing?
Has it got a power band on it?
It's got every band on it. Rubber bands, power bands.
Will it do a ton?
It doesn't weigh a ton, no.
Will it do a ton though?
I don't know, probably. Don't break it, Gary. Gary! Don't forget, you can win your very own Ducati V4 Panigale in our BOTB weekly lifestyle competition for just 95p! Wow. Welcome to Malaysia.
It feels like it, doesn't it? It feels like it's a pain.
It's not even sunny, but it is so oppressive, this heat.
Yeah.
And wow, it's been an intense day.
I say intense is the word. We've been a whole day here on the S22s.
Yeah.
And then we swapped over for the evening track day to some VO2 slicks, which was just what a moment.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that we both agreed that the BMW would absolutely romp it, but before we switched to slicks, because it was noticeably faster.
Yeah.
I mean, not just in a straight line, over a lap, it was noticeably faster.
Yeah.
More fluid.
The electronics were obviously the less grip offered by the road tyre. The electronics plays a bigger part.
Yeah.
And they're so sophisticated on that BMW, so good that it really did have night and day effects. Like either the Aprilia would just bog because you got on the gas too early,
yeah,
or it would have a bit of a moment.
You can tell they are essentially, well, they're aging in electronics. You know, the BMW is brand spanking new out the box. And there's something worth pointing out, actually. BMW is the only team, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in world superbikes to still use their own electronics, and that must have some sort of benefit for us, for me and you, for you guys, to the end product on the road, because they are so much better than anything else out there. It's not even, you can't compare anything, can you?
No.
So let's break it down then. I mean,
because we're stuck really on it.
We are stuck because, as I said, on the S22s, the BMW was so much better in because that Aprilia, and I said it in our video at Mugello, that mid corner, there's nothing else can touch it. And when you rode it then, you came in and you were genuinely surprised, weren't you?
Yeah.
The way in which it can turn tighter, and
it's just got more turn ability. Like even towards the end of the corner, it's like you can hold on. Even when you've cracked the throttle a little bit, you can still hold the line. Yeah. Whereas the BMW wants to go over there.
Yeah.
A bit. I mean, we're talking. There's not a lot in it.
But it is that's the noticeable difference between the two bikes in terms of handling, isn't it?
Yes.
And we both agreed that the suspension on the Aprilia is a bit plusher, a bit more executive.
Feels way more expensive.
It does.
It feels more damped. It feels more
controlled.
Yeah, this is a bit springy and boingy.
There's a lot of weight transfer in it.
Yeah.
And as we said off camera earlier, any other bike it would feel horrible. But the way it pitches in yours and transfers everywhere, it kind of feels normal and you just get used to it.
Because the chassis is so stiff, I think that gives it a bit of malleability.
Nice word.
Malleable.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then don't forget, you know, this is out the crate, so you can change the preload and set up rider sag and all that stuff, which may help it.
But in terms of, I mean, brakes is not a lot in it, I don't think.
So, super fans over here.
Everything all right?
Come in, Daniel. This is Daniel.
Thanks, guys.
His name is Daniel.
So in terms of brakes then, not a lot in it in terms of performance?
No, I mean, I'm still massively impressed with those non-Brembo calipers.
The American mountain bike calipers.
The mountain bike brakes.
Yeah.
So nice. The feel of them is the best bit about them, actually.
Yeah.
I think there's a load of, considering it's going all up and down the ABS loops and all that sort of stuff. And again, ABS, the electronic side of it, is by far the best road-going superbike ABS.
Yeah, again, like all the European manufacturers, they don't have an issue.
No.
But
the level of sophistication that you can go into on that, and you can set the rear lift, and I know you can do that with other bikes, but it just seems on that it just works properly nice. Like you can see it with ABS on, and the rear's off the ground, which not a lot of bikes will let you do.
No,
that.
True. But in terms of, I mean, I think
braking they're the same.
They are, but because I felt more comfortable on the brakes on the Aprilia.
Interesting.
But that was because I think that's a byproduct of just how well that bike turns and just how nice the front end feels and how planted it feels.
Yeah, it did get a bit squirrely.
It did.
A few times.
Again, the brakes kind of faded over time, although they were old pads. But yeah, I did have a bit of fade early on.
Yeah, but then I think the squirreliness on the brakes is down to the suspension being too springy.
Yes.
Because it's kind of it's doing all this and it's having a bit of a issue. Again, that's not even a criticism really, because you need that dive to get it feel nice. We're talking right at the top of the performance, like on the edge of braking. Yeah. So 90% of normal road riding, they're amazing. Both of them. You're never going to even notice
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
So.
We did have a little whoopsie with the Aprilia, didn't we?
Did we?
Well, you got black flagged.
Did get black flagged, yeah. That's the first ever black flag.
Really?
On a motorbike.
See, I came around the corner expecting to see someone lying in the middle of a track.
I had just cut someone up as well, so I was a bit nervous.
Yeah, as it was, the Aprilia, although it was 96 decibels static, it triggered the
drive-by. Yeah.
So,
which is, you know, I mean, if you're watching this in other countries, you're
probably laughing at us.
You're probably laughing,
yeah.
But the UK is absolutely stifled by nosy neighbours and annoying people that buy houses next to racetracks because they're 100 grand less. and then moan about it. There's a racetrack next door.
Yeah.
But so they can literally off. Literally off. I'd go around all of their houses and go, you know,
Move out.
Yeah.
Yeah. This track's been here for nearly 100
like
years.
Brands Hatch.
I mean, this is an old airfield circuit from the war.
Yeah, we're at Snetterton, by the way. Did we ever said that?
We did, yeah.
There's a bum hole over there.
There is a bum hole, yeah.
Did you like it in the bum hole?
I liked it in the bum hole, yeah.
There's a really aggressive snap in that bum hole, though, isn't there?
There is. It's quite a savage bum hole.
It is,
yeah.
So,
Again,
mid corner,
the Aprilia's got it.
Yeah.
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 It's got it.
It has got it.
It's got it.
Yeah.
It's not night and day, but it's definitely got it.
Yeah.
Tangibly got it.
Yeah, agreed. However,
Yeah. Corner exit.
throttle application,
Yeah.
that thing, regardless of slicks or road tyres,
Yeah.
is on another level.
The punch it's got from the Aprilia, I mean, yes, as we said about before, the traction control and the electronics are so far behind that puts it further behind anyway. But then you put on top of the punch of the shift cam and that engine, it's 2 or 3 yards already.
Yeah.
But you know, even if we did get a good drives together, the BMW would end up, I don't know, it's difficult to say quantifiably, but it was 10 bike lengths.
It just keeps building power
Yeah.
and going further and further and further into the distance, and it's like, man.
And on a circuit like this, where you've got 2 massively long straights,
Yeah.
and some fairly other important straights in between, you know, that's where it makes most of its time up.
Yeah. And the problem with the Aprilia, again, it's mainly electronics. Even if you just crack that throttle a little bit too early, it goes, and then it's like, and it just doesn't have the grunt. And suddenly, if that happens, 10 bike lengths.
Yeah.
Straight away. Boom.
And again, it's down to that sort of sophistication again we keep talking about, because that IMU, it works out that you're picking the bike up to open the throttle, and it doesn't
Yeah.
timmy it so much.
I almost found it less intrusive if you open the throttle on the sidewall. Did you
Really?
find that?
No.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway. So power, it's got it. And it got it on the dyno as well, really.
Yeah, we knew that already, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. It's a fly, sorry.
Ergonomics, comfort, size, rideability.
I felt more at home on the Aprilia. Just feels, for track, just feels racier. I know some people don't like the fact that it's a bit cramped, and I mean, I don't find it that cramped. But yes, it has high pegs, which is another good thing. But I don't know, for track use, the Aprilia puts you in the right position. It doesn't feel like you're sat in it on the BMW, whereas that, you're sat on it and you're poised and ready to go.
It does feel better climbing over the tank on that. And,
It does.
And it makes you lean your elbow forward, whereas the other road bikes are sort of A-frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, it drags you into the corners nicely. But it is quite titchy. But then they're both pretty small, to be fair. Like that, some of the footage we watched earlier, it looks like I'm riding a mini bike. Gearbox shifting. Again, that quick shift is pretty nice.
It is.
I had a couple of missed, but that's literally down to my foot.
Yeah, I think the Aprilia is pretty slick. I didn't have anything wrong with the Aprilia. The BMW, you have to make sure the throttle's completely closed.
That is annoying.
For the blipper. But yeah, shift. Well, again, there's not much in it, but
yeah. Now, because we were on a road bike only track day, we couldn't do any timing. That would be naughty. But if we did happen to use some GPS timing equipment, let's just say the BMW would be 0.32 seconds quicker. So then the evening came, and that was open to all bikes with tyre warmers, etc. So we bunged some of the VO2s on, and it gave me a massive problem because I was like, oh well, BMW, but I don't know. I
really
genuinely
difficult,
don't know. And I just had a really good session on that. Aprilia.
Yeah, see, I didn't want to swap that last session. I really wanted to go out on the Aprilia again and give it some beans, because that is a bike that thrives off grip.
Yeah.
You know, that is, and again, we talk about Ducatis being designed as race bikes and being transformed into road bikes for homologation. That is a race bike. You know, let's not forget, you can adjust every single bit of that frame.
Yeah.
The headstock, the swing arm pivot, the engine angle, you know, everything of that bike is adjustable. And Aprilia make, or used to make, the best GP bikes ever, and that is what that bike is based on. You give it grip, you give it full slicks, and you come here to a track like this, and it smashed it.
Yeah.
It felt so good.
I wouldn't say it smashed it. Over that one.
But the difference, that responded better to having slicks on than the BMW.
Yes, it did. Yeah, definitely.
Much better.
Although it did start, and this is the difference between the RF, the outgoing model, the way the geometry's changed and the power increase, it does tend to tie itself up in knots a bit more.
Yeah.
It's definitely looser.
Less stable.
Less stable than the RF.
And that is because of the sharper geometry and other bits and bobs, and like you said, the extra torque.
Yeah. Let's bring it into reality a little bit.
Yeah.
So you've got £19,600,
21 and a bit.
21 and a bit. So it's a little bit more pricey.
Yeah. That's a better bike. That is a better bike. I will say though, that's a better bike, but I enjoyed that. I enjoyed riding that more. And I think we've forgotten something here. The noise of that Aprilia and the way it makes you feel, it's still got something about it. It's got that little intangible aspect that comes with riding a V4.
Agreed, but on the road tyres, the extra benefit of the noise and stuff was completely outshone by just how good that bike is. It's literally got some sort of magic dust in it. I don't know how they've made that chassis so good. So,
I mean, let's break it down briefly. You know, going into a corner, not much in it.
No.
Mid corner, Aprilia edges it slightly. Out of the corner, in the straights, that munches it. The electronics are better. Considerably. The electronics are what clinches it for me, because I know I've said it before, but you've got to be a bit of a twat to crash that.
Yeah. These two bikes are head and shoulders above the competition. Yeah. Which is why they're here. Like, the V4, I'd probably put that into third.
Yes.
But the Japanese need to up their game.
Definitely.
But these are so good. You're really, again, just coming down to flavours. What do you like? Yeah. Do you like the Aprilia? Do you like the BMW?
Do you like wings? Do you like Bavaria?
This will be a very common track slag in a few years' time. And they will be everywhere. But it's a victim of its own success. It's bloody good.
It's raised the game to another level, and just like the bike did 10 years ago in 2009 when the original came out.
And I didn't think it would do that at all. It's like, how can it possibly do that?
No, exactly. But we're constantly astounded by technology and how it changes and how it moves forward, and that is the new benchmark, and that is the sort of point that other manufacturers now have to look forward to, because you know,
beyond it.
Well, exactly, beyond
There's no point just making it as good as.
Yeah.
So as the sun goes down, what are you going to take to your next track day? I think that's the only way we can decide.
I'm going to go BMW.
If it was just the last half an hour, I'd take the Aprilia. However, I've got to take into account the whole day, and most of that day I've wanted to ride the BMW. So
it's so close. Yeah, it's so close. It's all about what flavour you like. Do you want wings? Do you want a big Bavarian beauty? You know, they are.
I'm going to choose a BMW.
Okay, well there we go.
Shout out to MSV, thank you very much for hosting us today. And shout out to BOTB, which is quite a nice little common best of the best, because that's what BOTB stands for. I don't think I want to say that anymore. No. But this is the best of the best test, but anyway.
And thanks to Bridgestone.
And thank you to Bridgestone, yeah. And Ginger Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, he's smiling.
Oh.
If only you could see it.
Oh, I think he's weeing himself. Oh, he's so excited, he's weed himself.
Oh. You could test it for chlamydia. Yeah,
Oh, I'm knackered. But you can talk. You've been a miserable... Yeah, a lamb kofta last night and has been throwing up all day. It's been absolutely miserable. That's the first smile I've seen all day.